Hello. Ooh, okay. There we go. Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. Looks like our opponent is probably playing the Jeskai Whirza deck. Play here is definitely to just go and, let's see, grab a forest. Play here is to just bounce the talisman. It's probably best if I do that in upkeep, but might be wrong. There might be something in the deck that might punish me for that. I'm not too familiar playing against this list. Somebody at the store has it, though. Okay, replay Talisman. Goblin Engineer, baby! I'm assuming probably Sword of the Meat goes to the graveyard. Yeah. Which means they probably have a Foundry in hand. I would have to assume. But doesn't particularly matter, because we pretty much just have one line of play, which is to throw out some fucking rhinos. Go ahead and start with the old Shardless here. Pass the turn. Another Talisman, which is a decent sign. Portable Hole, that's rough. That's real rough. And there's the Foundry. Okay. So the thing that blows a fat load is I currently don't have a way to deal with that. Oh, well, there's my way to deal with that. That was some pretty fucking good timing. So the question is, what other modes do I want to choose on that? Probably just draw 2, discard 2. Because I don't mind getting rid of the Footfalls or the Dead Gones. And I don't think dealing 2 to either their face or Goblin Engineer is worth it. Let's go to combat. Oh, you know what? No, I have to deal 2 to the Engineer so they can't just bring back the Foundry, I think. Yeah, that sounds good. Deal 2 to any target. Destroy an artifact. Alright. Here you go, opponent. God, that was an absurd top deck, to be perfectly honest. Vervoort Saga. This would have been a much easier situation if I had suspended the Crashing Footfalls on turn 1 like I had meant to, but I was getting this set up, so... let's see here. 3... Okay, so whir. What is my opponent whirring for? X equals 1, so just a portable hole, maybe? Oh, x equals 2. Okay. Just getting a foundry, I assume. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes one of the last 2 cards in their hand is the card you really don't want to see. I mean, it's very possible that I might just be able to overwhelm them with Rhinos here. Because it does look like I'll be able to cast most of my Crashing Footfalls. Frustratingly, this Footfalls in my hand continues to be dead as hell. The Urza Saga is a problem. Totally forgot about that. Wow. That fucking sucks. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Right on time, baby! Wow, they really had everything this game, huh? Trying to think if there's anything other than, like, another Borrower or the second Prismari command that could get me out of this situation, and I'm wondering if that's even enough. Probably not. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede, go to game 2. Man, that was disgusting. Without the bridge, that would have been a pretty decent position, honestly. Alright, 4 Force of Vigor. Probably just taking out the Furies. I don't think those really do anything in this matchup. Don't want to cut the Forces, especially since those exile. Prismari command seems decent. The Bone Crushers could go, but I don't really... I guess I should probably just bring in Disputes. Yeah, that seems good. Probably just cut some Bone Crushers. Maybe all the Bone Crushers. Maybe a Dead Gone. I don't know. Is it worth bringing in Blood Moon? Probably not. Well, no. Yeah, it probably is. Could Gemstone Caverns, the last Bone Crusher, and then another Dead Gone. Alright. Who would like to play first? God, this hand's pretty fucking miserable. I think I have to mulligan this. Wowie zowie. God, this deck fucking hates me. Oh. Yeah, I think I still have to keep this. Really would have been nice to not get Ensnaring Bridge last game. But, you know, they had the Thopter Foundry and the Whir for the second Foundry, and then the Ensnaring Bridge that they just drew. But, you know, it was fine. I think you meant two while on the play there. The most lucky. Yeah, honestly, this list runs 3 of them, and I've toyed around with literally every amount from 1 to 3, and I have no clue what the right amount is. It feels like the right amount is probably just the middle ground, probably just 2, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to experiment with, kind of figure out for yourself. Oh, whoops. Fuck that up. Well, I want to cycle one of these ices, so I can slice them on the end step. Alright, and that takes him off of a counterspell for now, so let's run out this Scalding Tarn, fetch Island, cast a Shardless, say go. The OBS is showing on the bottom. Vervoort Saga. Okay. Talisman. Yep. Pyrite Spellbomb. Okay. Okay. So I definitely want to play the island over the gemstone. Okay. Question is, what do I want to do from there? Do I just cast the second Shardless? No, I think I want to ice their island in upkeep, maybe. Gosh, I have no fucking clue. Yeah, let's Shardless. Especially if they have to whir for bridge, then I just have the force for it, you know? Oh, okay. Well, there's the Flusterstorm I was worried about. No longer worried about that. Of course, they probably have a second one, and I'm probably going to get got by it, but we'll find out. This does mean that they can't just pop the spell bomb targeting my Shardless and avoid lethal, though. Not that that was really the case anyway, because I did have the fire as a backup. The token is a concern for sure. But if they just land, token, go, I think I'm okay. I think I'm just really worried about, like, Oh yeah, Urza, huh. Guess I should be worried about that. Do I just take them off of 2 mana sources? I'm pretty sure I have to blow up the construct. Green, green, blue. What? Oh. Yeah, because of Urza's ability. Fuck. Love that. Oh, that sucked. That was a total fucking misplay. Because if I just waited for him to pop the construct, then I could have just attacked in for lethal. But that's what happens when you play against weird decks and you forget that Urza Lord High Artificer is a fucked up magic card. Okay, Psychopyrite Spellbomb. Do still have a Force of Negation up, theoretically. Another Talisman. Land. Blue. Oh. Are we tapping? Oh, we're tapping out to spin Urza. Okay. God damn it. I don't think that actually does anything. I'm pretty sure I still just have lethal, yeah. But I hate that he actually found something relevant. Alright, on the draw, I think I will want to bring Gemstone 3 back in. And I think Dead Gun is so useless in this matchup, I think. Because, I mean, like, what does Dead Gun hit, really? Goblin Engineer? Is Emery even... What is Emery? Oh, Emery is an X2. Okay. But I'm not even sure if they're playing Emery in this build. Wow, that's a hand of magic cards, huh? I swear, man. Need to get a nicer little setup to stream with. Yeah, 24 lands, by the way. Gonna go ahead and mulligan that one. Whoa, that's not a ton better. Actually, I lied. I forgot Seagate Restoration is a land, so that actually is decently better. Pretty sure post board. Well, I've already seen Flusterstorm post board, so I'm going to expect to need both of these. So I think I probably have to give bottom the Borrower. I want the Crushing Footfalls in hand as a pitch to Force of Vigor. That is the only reason I want that card in hand. Okay. Go ahead and play the Seagate Reborn tapped. Pass the turn. See what my opponent does. They have Talisman, I assume. No, they've got Goblin Engineer this game. Okay. That's interesting. Also, kind of annoying. I'll just go ahead, cash one of these bad boys in. Or rather, put one of these bad boys on layaway, I should say. Alright, so, it's a magic card. Well, I guess I wish I hadn't put one of them on layaway. Alright. So this is a Violent Outburst kind of turn. I don't want to just play the Shardless right into a counterspell. I want my opponent to tap out for something. And then I can hopefully Outburst on end step. Of course, if they tap out on 4 mana, it's pretty likely that the card they're tapping out for is an Whirza. I can't Force of Vigor the Pirate Spellbomb because they can Goblin Engineer in response. So I think I just have to play the Violent Outburst into a counterspell here. Let me go ahead and grab an actual red source. Let's get double green in case I want to hardcast one of these forces. We're X equals 2. What weird stacks piece are they worrying for? Or Void Mirror. Okay. Fortunately, I can with that on the stack. Just pop both of those, get some value out of it. Oh. Yeah, never mind. That fucking sucked. that was fucking miserable. Fetch a Void Mirror in response while I have 2 Force of Vigors in hand. Couldn't have gotten a Chalice on 0. No, no, no. Had to be playing the fucking... the Dickmonger. Sand's fucking miserable. And this hand has no lands. Sure. Let's just hope to draw a relevant card. This is kind of how my luck has been with this deck recently. Just completely and utterly miserable. My last 2 leagues, I went 1-4, and oh god! Cool, yeah, that was this was a sick 0-2 league. I kept the worst 2 possible cards to keep in this matchup. I'm honestly wishing I hadn't fetched there and kind of just had conceded. Because I don't think there's any possible chance I win this game. Okay, I wasn't really planning on cascading this game anyway. Watch my next card off the top be a Cascader. Somehow even worse. Nice. Okay. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to cast Bone Crusher. Get in. Hope my opponent has managed to brick for 6,000 years, even though they kept 7. But yeah, oh, yep, yep, you got the fucking, the Warping Whale? You sure do, buddy. Alrighty. Well, that was a fun game. I had a good time. Why does this game keep saddling me with unplayable hands? good time. Okay, that's a bit of a... Oh, never mind, that's not weird. I know what's going on there. Not a lot to say about this, to be honest. It's just Tron doing Tron things. I will... No, I won't. I'll go ahead and take one here. Okay, 2 damage to any target, destroy target artifact. So 2 damage to the ballista, destroy the chalice. Wait, does that actually... Why does that work? I feel like that shouldn't work. Interesting. I guess it dies as a state-based action after the effect is resolved. I guess that's probably why it works. I don't know. That's strange. I can almost guarantee you that my opponent has the Warping Whale here. Oh no, for once. My opponent didn't have everything. Wouldn't be surprised to see a second chalice here, though. That would not surprise me at all. Oh, dismember. Okay. Definitely could be worse. Let's see. Opponent's got 4 mana. I love when... What? Am I crazy? I feel like they played a bunch of green Tron shit last time. I guess they didn't, and I never noticed. Okay. Alright, so... Get one of these bad boys. You've got to be shitting me. Wow. Wow. Oh man, that's such garbage. Ugh. I'm so fucking upset. That was quite literally the worst draw in my deck. I could have drawn any other of the 47 cards left in my library, and I would have been happier. Okay, okay. Let's go to combat. What fun, what fun. Alright, let's see what my opponent does. Oh, okay, Chalice on 0. The Rip. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so they can play Karn, minus, grab something. Not really sure what they grab. I think I got this, though. I think next turn I just go to combat, cast the Violent Outburst. Don't get to cascade into anything. Relic? Okay, yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Chalice can eat my cock. Okay, that's enough to kill them anyway. Attack at player. I guess I should probably not slow roll this. Here's the rest of my library, buddy. Okay. Their hand was a wall ball. Let's see. Now that I know it's Tron, things are a little bit different. Also on the draw here. Don't think there's anything I want to bring in. Most of the threats that I'm worried about are Reality Smasher and Thought Knot, neither of which get dealt with very well by Bone Crusher or Fire Spout. I could maybe bring Bone Crushers back in, because they do block Thought Knots well. I don't think that's worth it. Let me see what... Do I still have Doomwake's sideboard guide up? No, I don't. Yeah, sideboard. Does he mention... Tron, in 4 disputes, in 4 vigors, 3 and 3 blood moons, out 3 dead guns, out 4 fury, out 4 bone crusher. Difference is that this was most likely referring to green Tron instead of E-Tron, so not quite as helpful there. Wow, this is a hand with magic cards, as I like to say. Pretty sure that this is a hand that I'm supposed to keep. Play the Gemstone. Exile. Probably one of the Furies. Yeah, it's fucking magic. Do I exile one of the Furies, or do I exile the Footfalls? Probably one of the Furies. I think it's the Fury. Tower go. Okay. My opponent mulled to... Oh, wow. My opponent mulled to 5. Yeah. Well, I was going to suspend the footfalls, but I think under that, with that information, I don't think I should do that. Looks like my opponent probably has natural Tron. I believe I'm supposed to get an island in case I draw my Blood Moon at some point. Land? Nope. Just the eternal suffering of my forever mind and body. As is tradition with this deck, apparently. Oh. Okay. Guess I should have suspended footfalls. No. Karn, the Great Creator. Ratchet Bomb is the pick. Okay, that's a spicy one. Yeah, honestly, well, see, I think with if I hadn't drawn the Force of Vigor, I think suspending footfalls would have been the correct play. But I think with that knowledge, like, I don't think it's the correct play to suspend footfalls. I might be wrong, just because my hand didn't have any Cascaders. But honestly, who knows? Alright, let me just evoke this here Fury. I was about to say, kind of weird that my opponent wasn't opting to cast the Ratchet Bomb, but looks like they have decided to. Alright. Terror player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards, destroy target artifact. Ugh. That's why I hate casting this card. Second Force of Vigor can definitely go. I think I'm honestly kind of trying to hardcast Fury. I think that's kind of my goal right now. I'm almost wondering if this... I was wondering if the footfalls can go. I think that might be correct. Ugh. Okay. I think if my opponent doesn't do anything, then I just flash in Borrower at end step, most likely. Yeah. Try to get some pressure on board. They probably just kill it, but... Well, that's pretty funny. Oh, well that's fucking rude. That's extra rude. Five. 7, so... Okay. Don't hate the idea of hardcasting that. Also, Fury does just put my opponent on a pretty hefty little clock. Honestly, if I were my opponent, I would be trying to take this blast zone up to 5, I think. Because, you know, otherwise you're just kind of dead. Oh, well, I guess the payoff for them is me drawing Shardless. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can put 4 counters on the blast zone. Which means that they can't just untap and blow up my Fury. So, did they get something off the top? Oh. It's a Thought-Knot Seer? Reality Smasher? Really? Ugh. Okay. Oh, this is a blowout. Oh, never mind. I was really hoping they would confidently attack, and then I would just blow up the Basilisk Collar. Alright, I'm just gonna hardcast this, blow up the Basilisk Collar. Oh, no, I have enough mana that I can probably just wait until my turn, see what I draw. Because if I draw something to, like, tap down the Reality Smasher, like a Ice or a Legendary Land. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, time to draw 3 cards, baby. Wow. Those were pretty bad. Oh. Here comes the Thought Nazi. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. There's my opponent, my Tron opponent, using Blood Moon to their advantage, as is tradition. Post-combat. Battery Shaper, okay. Okay, well, that was a weird one. That was honestly a really weird one. Oh. There we go. Alright, I lost the die roll. This is on the draw. This hand is kind of suspect. I think it's better than going to 6. I might be wrong. Especially in the blind, you know. If I knew I was going up against a Thoughtseize deck, then actually, fuck. If I knew I was going against a Thoughtseize deck, I have no idea what I'd do in this situation. I guess I would probably mulligan, but so you know, you don't want to mulligan against a Thoughtseize deck. All right. Let's see. What is this? Like the mirror? Nah, classic. All right, full Strand go. See what they fetch. Ralgren Triome. Okay. So my best guess is that this is most likely some form of like 4-color control or something. Oh? What happened? Oh, wow. Did my opponent mold a 3? What the fuck? Yeah, I guess some shit happened I wasn't paying attention to. Namely, my opponent mulled to 3. And didn't draw a second land, and continues to not draw a second land. Right? Yeah, there we go. What? My opponent's out here on fucking desert control, I guess. Indeed, the game has ended. Wow. What the fuck? My best guess is board out the Dead Gons. Probably bring in Blood Moons. Board out some amount of Bone Crusher. Bring in some Disputes. Blood Moon seems like the only thing I can be kind of sure of, in a sense. Probably board out the Restoration for a Dispute. Borrower doesn't seem too good. I know they're a blue deck. Probably, like I said, probably some kind of weird blue desert-based control. But fuck if I know what my opponent's like. Karuga the Macro Sage. Oh shit. Never mind. I figured out what this is. This is probably the fucking Calibrated Blast deck. It's probably what this is. God, what do I even... Do I keep this hand? Yeah. I don't know if they're using Throes of Chaos. I think that was the historic thing to do, but... It's definitely Calibrated Blast. I don't think this Blood Moon will be terribly useful. They're playing Thrones? Okay. I believe you. I remembered hearing about a deck doing that in Historic. That's why I was a little confused / questioning there. But I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know if Throws is legal in Historic. It wouldn't surprise me. Seems very much like a thing they would do, but... yeah. The Blood Moons... Yeah, no, I agree. That's kind of why I kept this, like, super medium hand that had 2 Force Negations. I think I just want to... cast a Bone Crusher Giant. I was gonna say, yeah, is it Historic, Jumpstart Horizons, whatever the hell that keyword soup of a set it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just cast Bone Crusher Giant and have him start getting into the red zone. Dotha Triome. Okay. Does this deck have like a weird like domain backup or something? Okay, so that's the Calibrated Blast. Okay, so force that, exiling Prismari Command. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's fair. A little late for that now, but... Sunscorched Desert. Who is their companion again? Karuga? There's my fire alarm. That bad boy's been going off recently. Been a lot of fun. Scion of Draco, Throes of Chaos, and Calibrated Blast are the only... yeah, I guess Karuga as well. Karuga's just, what, draw a card, basically, in this deck? 5 mana, 5/4, draw a card. Oh, not even. It says each other permanent. Lol. Did like Saffron Olive do this or deck or something? Seems pretty likely. Yeah, I already did that once and it stopped for like a day, but I think I'm just gonna have to call. I mean, thankfully I'm in an apartment, so I can call maintenance and see what they can do about it. Oh, here comes the Karuga. Funnily enough, Karuga is a problem, so... Nice. Alright. This game is very wrapped up. The only card off the top here that's a problem is Scion of Draco, which does not seem like my opponent has. So let's get in. Oh, Factory. Totally forgot about Factory. Oh, okay. That's rough, but... go ahead and fire. Forgot about that old trick. Oh no, not another Factory. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Oh. Poggers. My opponent fucked up. Now they have to pop their Blast Zone, which I have to imagine probably not what they wanted to do. Let me heal to that trigger. Okay, that's a land. Let me get in with Bone Crusher. Let them pop the Blast Zone. Yep. Ooh. Wow, that's really frustrating. Wow, that's extra frustrating. Holy shit. I don't even think I should play that. Because, I mean, all of their castable spells are red, right? Or, I guess, colorless in the case of Scion. But it's a little too late to cut them off. Casting Scion. Mishra's Factory might be a good enough reason to cast it, though. Here, let me fetch my island. Okay, well, that's also a good enough reason not to cast it. So that I can cast the Outburst and hold up something else. What is going on here? I'm getting Ramunap Ruins. No. Got there. God, that was one of the weirdest games of Magic I've played in a while. Yeah, that was a thing. Just played against the fucking Calibrated Blast. That's what the card's called. Calibrated Blast .DEK. Does not seem good. Does not seem like a very good deck. Probably exists just to prey on, like... fuck if I know. Exists to prey on, Boseiju. Okay, yeah. That... I feel like Boseiju should absolutely be in the main, but... I also don't know that they actually even drew another, like, actual action spell. So I feel like they might have... They didn't know my hand, and they might have just cast it into whatever was going on in my hand if they knew, or if they didn't know, but... Yeah, Boseiju seems, to be... keep one in the main. Okay, yeah, that seems reasonable. It is legendary after all. This hand is kind of sus, but I'll keep it. Fucking Tron! God damn! I've played against Tron so many times. I think I've played against Tron like 4 times in the last 3 leagues. The Tron players are back, baby. And I could not be less excited about it. Oh. Alright. Fetch Basic Forest. Suspend Crashing Footfalls. I will say, as someone who is, you know, had the lesson drilled into their head that Ancestral Visions isn't a playable Magic card. The suspend 4 when you cast or when you suspend Footfalls on turn 1 ends up being a lot more reasonable than it initially seems like it would be. Yeah, this is a classic grip for this deck. About 16 too many lands. Here's a Saga tick up. Wastes. Okay, so I assume this is Tron again, not just because of the wastes, but because of the Whirza Saga. Normal green Tron isn't really running Saga. My opponent also seems to have kept a very slow opener. Let's get tap Steam Vents. Rhinos. Foothills, say go. I was gonna say on end step, they'll make a token. They'll probably go ahead and make a token with this on the stack. Oh no, they're floating. Interesting. I'm very okay with that. Basilisk Caller. Okay. Equip Basilisk. No. Ooh, play Thought-Knot Seer. Okay, so response. Grab a fetchable. Let's grab Breeding Pool. Response, cast this Outburst. I have to imagine they'll probably take the Fury here. I could see Brazen Borrower being the pick though as well, especially since it just deals with the construct. Yeah, okay, seems reasonable. All right, I believe. I just want to attack in with 1 Rhino here, so that if they equip the Basilisk Collar to the construct, they don't just get in for free. But I don't know. Let's go with 1. See if they block with the Thought-Knot. Okay, they don't. That's always interesting. Second main. Let's just go ahead and cycle this Catcher Triome. Okay. My kind of mild hope there was that I would draw a red card to pitch to Fury, but honestly, thinking about it, probably wouldn't have been that great an idea anyway. Fortunately, no Reality Smasher, but probably another Thought Knot here. Yeah, which, that's the punish. That's definitely the punish. Oh, they take the Fury anyway. Curious, honestly. Let's go ahead and crack this. Grab literally anything out of our library. Tap. Alright. Cast this. Force. Well, Seagate Restoration might just do what it's here to do, baby. Which is, pitch to force. You know, let's just attack and see what happens first. I don't think Tron is usually playing any kind of board wipe, so I don't think I'll be too punished for overextending, but could be wrong. Okay, so protected from Karn, I'm protected from any sneaky board wipe that they might secretly have. Do they really? Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen an Etron deck cast all his dust. I do have a force for it though. So I feel like this is probably good because this guarantees that like pretty much no matter what my opponent does, I have lethal on board next turn. Even if they just like Basilisk Collar onto one of their Thought Knots. Also, they don't have the 7 mana to cast all his dust anyway. Because they've only drawn 1 Tron land. Alright. Game 2. Let me see if I can pull up the... Here we go. Okay, so this is Doomwake's sideboard guide for Temur Rhinos. Let's see if he... Here we go, Etron. Let's see what he says. So, on the draw, cut 4 Bone Crusher, the Murktide, which isn't in the deck, Dead Gone. Okay, so... His list was only running 1 Dead Gone, so I think it's safe to say Dead Gone's pretty bad in the matchup, and we can cut all of them. Bone Crusher, and then we can just bring in 3 Moon, 4 Force. Let's see anything else fancy? On the draw, keep Caverns, cut a Prismari command. Okay, I don't need to cut a Prismari command, so we're good. Ooh, okay. Wow, this hand is awkward. If either one of these was a blue land, I would absolutely snap keep this. I think it's good enough though. Because we do still have 2 draw steps. Draw a blue land. And I think that's probably okay. Yeah. Suspend footfalls. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. We're on the draw. We have 3 draw steps. Yeah, this is okay. I think this is a perfectly reasonable keep. Again, would have been a lot better. I got to... Ooh, do I have to force this? I feel like forcing this is probably the correct move. Yeah, because I really want to cast Shardless on curve. Oh, hey, that's a blue land. No, I would not like to pay 3 life. Oh, no. Well, fuck me, dude. Yeah, I'm about to get thought knotted. Yeah. Well, this fucking sucks. Guess I should have kept that fire and ice and pitched something else. Wow, what a punish. Oh, never mind. Shout out to the ever classic Thoughtseize bug, which apparently works with Thought Knot. PogChamp. Exactly. Never didn't have it. Am I getting Thought Knotted again? Oh no, I'm getting Reality Smashered. Oh, yike. Not a fan of that one. Alright, I think I'm willing to attack in and Prismari Command, 2 damage to Reality Smasher, destroy Basilisk Collar, and just be forced to discard Force of Negation. I think that's just kind of what I have to do here. I think if I do that, I'm in a pretty solid position, but you never know. Another Reality Smasher could easily put me back on the ropes. Yeah. Agreed. It's definitely really rough, but I think it's kind of what I have to do in this situation. Okay. Let's see what my opponent grabs with this. Oh, no! Okay, fine, fuckface. God damn, I hate this game sometimes. It's like, it's not even really that bad. It's just annoying. It counters this footfalls, which is the important thing here. Just drawing straight bangers, as is tradition. Man, my opponent is really valuing that card in that random draw right now, because that is absolutely the place to block with Thought-Knot. Let's see, why is it? Is it because they have another Reality Smasher? Wow. What a fucking great Magic player, dude. Oh, I love drawing the worst cards in my deck. Oh, they have a Dismember? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wait, never mind. I can just counter that. I'm an idiot. You know what, actually? That'd be pretty funny if No, I don't have any way to deal 3 damage directly, so I don't think that's getting me there, unfortunately. I drew a card in the Great Creator. Alright, time to go to game 3, because that was a thing. I really can't stand Reality Smasher. Every other card in this deck, I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. Wow, this hand fucking blows. Or does it? Does it? Okay, so this is a fucking weird one. I think the thing is that this is good enough on the play. I guess this hand would probably be good enough on the draw too, because it had the Gemstone Caverns. I think the main thing that this hand is weak to is just opponent having a Chalice and just playing it on 0. So something I've kind of discovered or felt out with playing Blood Moon in this deck is a lot of times turn 1 you still want to fetch your Triome. Ooh, okay, spicy. Like I was saying, a lot of times turn 1 you still want to fetch your Triome because if you just fetch a basic mountain, you're not really... Because you need to have a red source. And so it's either fetch a dual land or fetch a basic mountain, and fetching a basic mountain doesn't actually do you anything. All fetching a basic mountain does is make your earlier turn awkward, and it also makes your late game awkward if the Blood Moon happens to get removed from the field. Also, in this situation, I'm absolutely going to slam the Blood Moon first. I have both of the basics I need to cast the Shardless. And my opponent looks like they might have Natural Tron next turn. So I'm just going to slam Blood Moon. There is always the chance I can get punished. Playing Blast Zone is a way that I can get slightly punished, for sure. Yeah, let's just see what happens. They might have a Warping Whale. Well, I guess they can't even cast a Warping Whale because they don't have access to Colorless anymore, so that's good. Okay. Just waiting. Okay. Play land, say go. Let's see. Honestly, the biggest thing that they could have here is probably... Oh yeah, no. Opponent's on some fuck shit Tron. Like, they have white border, different sets. Like, I think every single Tron piece might have a different art as well. Like, I think he has 4 different power plant arts on there, or different versions at least. He's here to flex. Also, he might be Moto, like, salt roping me, basically. Obviously, Magic Online uses a chess clock and not like a turn clock like Arena has, so there is no true equivalent of the salt rope, but in some ways it's almost worse, because you can just kind of sit there for like 20 minutes sometimes, depending on how efficient you've been and how high your clock is. As long as you make like a couple of game actions, you don't get booted. So, in some ways it is worse. Check chat. $11.25. He said, wow. So that would have been game 1, most likely, but nothing else. Oh, looks like my opponent passed priority. Oh, he's dismembering. Dismembering is really funny. It's almost always a good move. Like, I've never... which is hilarious, because you do the same amount of damage you deal to yourself. Also, this is exactly what I said. Best case scenario for my opponent is that they have a Karn. They might have, like, an Ensnaring Bridge in the board. Or like you mentioned, a Ratchet Bomb would be really bad. Even just Chalice. Yeah, there's the Ensnaring Bridge. So that's not fantastic. The question here is, what do I do about any of that? There's no way I can, like, ice them off of casting the Ensnaring Bridge. I think I want to send the Shardless at the Karn. That's true. They do have to be able to play cards. I have MTG bot in this chat? I honestly forgot that I even set that up. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and cast the Shardless just so that I have hopefully 4 power on board. Oh. Username. But yeah, hopefully if they drop the Ensnaring Bridge, I'll be able to attack under it with Shardless. They just turned Basilisk Color into a 1/1. It's not like it has Death Touch and Lifelink, right? It's just a dude. Okay, well, that's game. Or, no. Cancel. Let's target Basilisk Color and my opponent. Oh no! Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, fuck. They have another one? Jesus. Oh, that was like the worst case scenario, dude. Dismember one of my Shardlesses. Alright. Minus. There's the Ratchet Bomb. Suspend this trigger. Or yield to this. Oh, fuck. That was one of the worst draws right now, honestly. I think I just have to attack Karn. Because honestly, like, I have no idea what kind of fuck shit might be in their sideboard. You might have something, like, totally brutal, like a Sky Sovereign or something. Oh, and there's the Chalice on 0 to boot. Ironically... oh? Oh. Oh, that's ass. Holy shit. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, this is gonna be so funny. Alright, well, this game has gone on far too long. And frustratingly, it's gonna keep going on. The thing I really need to draw is, pretty much any threat will do. God damn, this is rough, to be honest. The hilarious thing, actually, never mind, I forgot. The hilarious thing is if my opponent pops the Ratchet Bomb to pop my Rhinos, it also pops their own Chalice. Which is pretty funny. Because then I can just, if I go into attack and they pop the Ratchet Bomb, then I can just cast Shardless in second main, and hopefully that gets me there. Fury is also interesting here. Fury kills Karn. And I can easily just pitch a Blood Moon. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to attack all at opponent. Yeah. And I have to pop that. Which means follow that up with Shardless. Fury. Alright, and I honestly can't think of a single card that would get them out of that. Yep, they agree. See if they says anything funny in chat. Oh no, where's chat? Oh, rip. Okay, well, alright. We're almost there, y'all. Solid 2-hour league so far. Shout out to the anonymous second viewer. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think playing on stream and kind of announcing stuff is okay. Yeah, no, you have fun. Like I was saying, I definitely think playing on stream and announcing stuff is helping me play better. So I think I'm probably going to continue to do this, which that was the reason that I started this Twitch account in the first place. So then I just stopped playing Magic Online, but now I'm a little more entrenched in Magic, so I'm probably going to do this a little more often. But all right, night, Philip. Yeah, for sure. It's not a coincidence, but all right, paired for the last match. Hopefully, if I could continue to do this consistently, I'll. Wow. Hopefully, if I continue to do this consistently, I'll have like an actual. Set up, not whatever the fuck this is. Luris. Wow, this hand is not keepable. Excuse me. This hand is pretty funny. I think I'm gonna keep it. Oh, is it? I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't be can't be everything you need me to be. Yeah. Let's exile those footfalls. If that doesn't give away what deck I'm playing, turn 1, Gemstone Caverns, exiling Crashing Footfalls. Ooh. Oh, it's Hammertime. Dank. Alrighty. Love me some good old Hammertime. That's a lie. It's... Yep, here it comes. I'm ready to get my dick pushed in. Yep. Oh, I find that every single time I'm like have a slow start, my opponent has this exact start. It's usually not Ornithopter and Memnite. It's usually one or the other, but it's always Ornithopter / Memnite into Sigarda's Aid into Colossus Hammer. Alright. Fortunately, I do have an answer. Whether it'll be good enough or not, very different question, but let's find out. Alright, so I will deal 2 damage, destroy an artifact. So I'll deal 2 damage to the Thopter, destroy the Memnite. The Colossus Hammer being on board is not really all that much a threat. Unless their last hand is exactly like Pure Steel Palette, or their last card has to be something good. Or else I'm honestly doing okay. They could just have another Colossus Hammer, which if they flash that in on the Ornithopter, I'm pretty fucked. But I'm at least not dead. If their last card is Pure Steel Paladin, I'm actually doing okay. I was gonna say, yeah, they probably just add Lurrus to hand here, which is not a great sign for me, to be honest. Definitely gonna have to consult the sideboard guides after this. Let's see what my opponent does. Just play Lurrus, or they got something else going on. They do have a Pure Steel Paladin, which... Oh, really? Ugh. That's so annoying. Paradise Mantle draws them a card with Pure Steel Paladin out, which is super frustrating. Pure Steel Paladin is really just a pretty messed up Magic card, in general. Oh, that's right. Yep. If they just animate Inkmoth Nexus, they have 3 artifacts. Jesus Christ. I have a lot of problems with this deck. I think Hammertime is too good for the format, to be perfectly honest. It's just... Even the most interactive decks struggle against it. And for your aggro combo drag race deck to beat interactive decks is honestly kind of a huge problem. I gotta draw something really nice off the top. Or else this game is probably over. You know, that's not even really good enough, which is, again, says a fuck ton about this deck. That easily the best draw in the deck is not good enough. Or arguably the second best draw, but... Yeah. It's frustrating. I feel like this always happens every time I play against Hammertime. It's like their last card is usually Pure Steel Paladin. And Pure Steel Paladin just does everything for the deck. Wow, Esper Sentinel, very cool. Alright, cool. That was fun. That was a good game. Oh, yeah, it regains flying. That's right. So, GG. That's what I'm saying. This deck is so fucked up. It's just not even funny. Alright, let me look at both of these sideboard guides. See what they have to say. Obviously, they have something on this matchup, since it is Arguably the most important matchup in the format. So obviously for Force of Vigor, very obvious, very easy. Okay. Force of Vigor. Out. 2 Force of Negation. 1 Bone Crusher, 1 Seagate. And let's see what I have here. Gemstone Caverns and another Bone Crusher, and we can put in these 2 Fire Spouts. Alright, I think that's pretty reasonable. No, Doomwake likes to board in the Blood Moons in this matchup, which is super reasonable, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Would I like to play first? Yes, indeed I would. Whew. But, I mean, hey, you know. Wow, this hand is really awkward. Okay, I'll keep this. I think turn 1... I don't know. Drawing the Catcher Triome, really rough here, because I'm pretty sure I want to suspend a Footfalls on 1. But I'm pretty sure I also want to have Bow Crusher up on 2. So, I don't know, we'll see. Waiting for the opponent. Let me pull up the game log. Okay, so they mulled to 6. I had this conversation earlier. I think suspending Footfalls on 1 is really important. So let's go ahead and fetch a Stomping Ground. Suspend that Footfalls. The second one we're not going to suspend, because we need it to pitch to Force of Vigor. Alright, Sigarda's Aid. That's generally like to see Sigarda's Aid when I have Force of Vigor in hand. You know, otherwise... Also, I swear, every single time I play against Hammertime, they have Sigarda's Aid. It's really weird. Let's yield to the Footfalls trigger. Fury is really nice pickup. Really hoping to draw another land, though. If my next draw step is in another land, I'm probably not in great position. Ooh, okay. Force of Vigor can hit enchantments, and in this case, even though this is an artifact matchup, both my targets are enchantments. And this is a pretty common line I've taken, and I don't know if it's entirely the correct one, but it just feels so fucking powerful that I think it's the correct one. you know, essentially 0 mana, Stone Rain plus destroy their, you know, most important enabler. Okay, Tarn here is interesting. Still got 2 more turns. What is this other Footfalls doing? Oh, yeah, it's because I pitched it to Force of Vigor. Because there's always the chance they fetch Shadow Spear, which makes me kind of suspicious. This feels bad, but I think this might be the correct line. We'll find out. This might be way too aggressive. I'm honestly not sure. Playing as Hammertime is just a honest-to-God nightmare. And I don't think I'll ever quite get used to it. Because you might be thinking, wow, it's turn 3 and my opponent's only permanent is a snow-covered plains. But they still have 6 cards in hand once they get to their draw step, so they could very easily just have Sigarda's Aid, Memnite, Second Land, Hammer. And I'm in a bad position all of a sudden. Oh, there's a Pure Steel Paladin. They don't have a Paradise Mantle, so that's a good start for me. Like I said, they do have a Shadow Spear. Ooh, oh wow, that's a really nice pickup, actually. Alright, so Tenya. So my opponent's got access to, as of right now, 3 mana. So Inkmoth Nexus. Ooh, white. What's my opponent playing? Shadow Spear equip. Ooh, if they Shadow Spear equip here, I just have the game. Alrighty. Just a quick petty theft, and that's it. Alright, game 3. Can we get there? Alright, back on the draw. Bring in the 3rd gemstone. Leave the card to cut. Most likely a Force of Negation. Okay, let's see. Lost the die roll. I love that it says that. Like, I didn't lose the die roll. This is game 3. my opponent chose to be on the play. What a hilarious hand. Absolutely unplayable, of course, but hilarious nonetheless. I would legitimately consider keeping this if this was a Cascader instead of a Footfalls. Okay. This is an interesting one. I think I want to bottom the Dead Gone. The reason to just bottom the Dead Gone here is, with the Gemstone Caverns, I'll have access to fire on turn 1. On my turn 1. So I don't necessarily need that 1 mana play of Dead Gone. So I think it is probably the worst spell in this hand. So I think I go Gemstone Caverns. Opponent mold to 5. That's good for me. Gemstone Caverns. Exile this island. I have 3 draw steps to hit a 3rd land. So that's good. Sigurda's Aid. That is not good. But we'll see. Tarn. Okay. So drew the land. I'm really hoping to grab, really hoping to pick up a green card now. I might... Okay, Stoneforge, interesting. Go ahead and fire that. I think I want to fetch a Breeding Pool here. I really want to make sure I have that 2nd green in case I want to hardcast the Force of Vigor. Oh, let's see. Let's see what I draw here. Oh, wow, perfect. Alright. Hit the Shardless. Not particularly worried about next turn, because my opponent just plays like land, or like creature, and then hammer. I can just blow up the hammer with the Prismari command. Also, if I draw another land, I can just blow up any 2 things with the Force of Vigor. Esper Sentinel, okay. And a Colossus Hammer. Alright. It's a little awkward. Green card? Misty, okay. Yeah. My opponent's gonna draw 1 anyway, so... I believe the correct things to hit here are the Esper Sentinel and the Urza Saga. Well, I can't pay 11 mana, so... Opponent does get to draw a card. But just like last time, Tenya. Say go. Opponent's got 2, potentially 3 mana. I have a Prismari command, which is about as good as it gets, to be perfectly honest. Springleaf Drum, okay. Okay, that should be good enough. Deal 2 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact. Alright. I will pay the 1. Alright, there we go. That's fantastic. That's a nice 4-1 league. Considering I just came off from a 1-3 into an 0-3 drop last 2 leagues I played with this deck, feeling good. Definitely think I got a little lucky in some of those matches. Definitely also think though that being on stream and you know, talking out my plays, definitely a big help. So I'll be happy to do this in the future, but it's getting late. It is midnight where I am. I do have to go into work tomorrow, which normally would be a lot worse because previously my Tuesday schedule meant I had to go into work at 11 a.m., which, again, not bad, of course. It's still very late in the day. But now I go into work at 3 p.m., so I could definitely be up later, but just trying to relax. Not really interested in starting up another league, so I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Thank y'all for coming out and viewing. Hopefully this is a thing. Don't know who's watching, but if you aren't following me, drop a follow. Probably won't come up often, but who knows? We'll find out. Might start a consistent schedule. Might start, you know, upgrading stuff. But Magic is definitely not going to be going away from my life anytime soon, because my work that I just mentioned is a local game store that I'm the manager of. So it's definitely a big part of my life. So, all right. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a good one.